Welcome to Path to Possible, the podcast where we explore the evolving world of marketing, creativity, and business strategy, breaking down big ideas to help ambitious businesses thrive. If you're listening to this, chances are you're looking for a way to do more with your marketing without being asked to break the bank to do so. You want to know how to get high-end, locally sourced, world-class strategy and creative execution at a fraction of the traditional investment. And you're not alone. For years, businesses have believed that the best marketing expertise is only accessible to those with deep pockets, reserved for the biggest brands with the biggest budgets. But what if that wasn't true anymore? What if access to New Zealand-based, elite strategic thinking, powerful creative, and cutting-edge marketing solutions wasn't about how much you could spend, but how smartly you could invest? That's exactly what we'll be unlocking for you today. Let's start with some context. New Zealand has always punched above its weight in creative advertising. We've built a global reputation for ingenuity, producing campaigns that cut through the noise and make an impact. But the way businesses approach marketing is changing. More brands than ever are building in-house teams. 71% of Kiwi companies now have some form of internal agency function. The talent is there, the expertise is growing, and yet for many businesses, there remains a distinct gap. Despite all this progress, a lot of companies still feel like access to truly top-tier strategic and creative expertise is out of reach. That it's a luxury reserved for those with big budgets and large marketing teams with time and capacity to deal directly with and manage the larger agencies. But is that still true in 2025? Or is it time to rethink what's possible in this space? There's no denying the economy has made things tough. New Zealand officially entered a technical recession in March 2024, and businesses have had to rethink how they invest in marketing. Inflation, rising costs, and declining consumer confidence have shifted priorities. There's a greater focus on retention over acquisition and a demand for measurable returns over broad awareness campaigns. Every dollar has had to work harder. And that's exactly why top-tier marketing has never been more important. Many businesses assume that having a great product or service is enough, that if it's good, people will naturally come. But in reality, markets are crowded, consumer attention is fragmented, and competition is fiercer than ever. Simply existing isn't enough. Without a well-thought-through marketing strategy, even the best products struggle to reach the right audience in a way that resonates. High-end marketing isn't just about visibility. It's about differentiation. It's about crafting a compelling narrative that positions your business uniquely, ensuring that your brand doesn't just get noticed, but remembered. When done right, marketing builds trust, strengthens customer relationships, and creates long-term demand. Growth isn't about who shouts the loudest. It's about who tells the most compelling story. Whether you're a startup breaking through or an established brand defending market share, smart marketing accelerates success. It's not an expense, it's the difference between being seen and being remembered. And that's where the old traditional agency model starts to feel like a bit of a problem. For a long time, the assumption has been that if you want access to world-class strategy and creativity, you need deep pockets. It's common knowledge now that not every dollar you spend with an agency is going directly and exclusively into the work that's going to move the needle for you. The bigger agencies have overheads, layers of teams, expensive offices in the trendiest parts of town, and often a way of working that prioritizes billable hours over business outcomes. These costs inevitably get passed on to clients. This older model isn't necessarily broken. It's been how campaigns have been rolled out for decades after all. It's just that it's no longer the only way. Costs the larger agencies are burdened with include covering ongoing licensing fees for creative assets like music or photography usage, participating in competitive pitches, parent company fees, industry award submissions, and maintaining a culture that comes with the running of a large, shared workspace. All of these often need to be baked into their client fees to be sustainable for them. For some businesses, these costs may be worthwhile investments, given the perceived safety that stems from partnering with a well-known IP. But for others, particularly smaller and mid-sized companies looking to maximize their marketing investment, the subsequent cost proposals they'll receive from the larger agencies can be difficult to justify. As I've mentioned, One of their most significant overheads is the leasing of a centrally located office space. For years, there's been a belief that the best minds all need to be under one roof, working in a bustling office filled with meeting rooms and creative spaces. And while there's certainly value in face-to-face collaboration, the idea that great work can only come together in a physical office is outdated. The world has changed, and so have the ways we work together. In a post-COVID world, forward-thinking businesses have embraced remote collaboration, and it's now easier than ever to assemble the best talent wherever they are. Advances in virtual communication, project management tools, and cloud-based workflows mean that businesses can now tap into top-tier strategists, creatives, and media specialists without being restricted by geography or capacity to be in a physical space at the same time. This flexibility allows companies to access world-class expertise without the high fees associated with maintaining large physical offices and fixed teams. The reality today is that many of New Zealand's most experienced and gifted agency professionals have shifted to working independently or fractionally. Economic pressures have made many of these full-time agency resources less sustainable, leading top strategists, creatives, digital specialists, and production teams to offer their expertise in a more flexible way. For businesses, this presents a huge opportunity: direct access to top talent without the overhead costs of a traditional agency structure. This shift is reshaping how businesses approach marketing. Instead of committing to expensive long-term retainers or hefty project fees, or carrying the financial burden that comes with bringing in a full-time in-house team, companies can now build customized teams of independent specialists based on their exact needs only when they require them. Many agencies continue to allocate work based on availability rather than field-specific expertise. And while their efforts often deliver results, early-stage work isn't always led by senior thinkers with deep category experience, which can result in initial concepts missing the mark. Whether it's strategy, creative execution, media planning, or production, businesses can now tap into the right expertise at the right time, ensuring their marketing budget is spent where it matters most. That's where the art of the possible agency comes in. We've built a model that makes world-class marketing expertise more accessible than ever, stripping out unnecessary costs and focusing every dollar on results alone. Instead of bloated agency structures, we assemble bespoke teams of top-tier strategists, creatives, media experts, and production teams experienced in your field and tailored to your specific challenges. No fluff or unnecessary layers, just the right expertise, only when you need it. Art of the Possible ensures businesses get better value by eliminating these unnecessary costs from their client proposals, allowing us to provide the same quality of output as our larger agency peers at a fraction of the investment. Some examples of how your business will access better value include how we'll uniquely offer our clients access to the following: full ownership of all creative assets in perpetuity, no hidden licensing fees or ongoing usage fees. Senior industry-specific experts only working directly on your business means you'll get to a solution faster. Pricing only based on value and outcomes, never billable hours, will ensure costs are always transparent and logical. Agility to scale teams up or down depending on project needs will allow for flexibility and an ability to pivot if required. A focus on client growth, not agency growth, with every recommendation being centered around delivering results for you ensures your business is always the priority for us. We won't participate in unpaid pitches as these are compensated for by other clients, a situation in which no one wins. Investment only goes into campaign performance, not agency self-promotion through lavish case studies or showreels. And our flexible, cost-effective approach is helping businesses like you rethink how you access world-class marketing expertise, allowing you to invest only in what truly drives growth. Some businesses may not have considered investing in marketing, perhaps believing that world-class strategy is out of reach for them. Others have scaled down agency spend, waiting for the right time and an easing of market pressures. But history tells us this: businesses that invest in growth during uncertain times don't just recover. They leap ahead of those who wait. As markets stabilize as we move further into 2025, the brands that move first will be the ones that lead. Whether it's launching a new campaign, refining a brand positioning, or strategically engaging customers, those who act now will shape the future of their industries and achieve disproportionate growth in their categories. But taking that step doesn't mean taking on unnecessary risk. It means making a smarter, high-return investment. For businesses that have long desired high-end marketing but assumed it was out of reach, and for those that have worked with larger agencies but can no longer justify their price tag, Art of the Possible changes the equation. By offering top-tier strategy, creativity, and execution without the inflated costs associated with traditional agency retainers, project fees, or full-time in-house teams, businesses can finally access the marketing firepower they need at a fraction of the investment. New Zealand has always been a country of ingenuity and resourcefulness. Why should the way we source our marketing support be any different? The businesses that rethink how they access world-class expertise, investing in results, not overheads, will be the ones leading the next era of success. So the real question is, will your business be one of them? If you're ready to explore how smarter marketing investments can drive real growth, let's chat. The best part? Businesses that act now don't have to wait to start experiencing savings. Your first step is completely risk-free. An initial engagement with Art of the Possible is complimentary. That means you can explore great value, high-impact marketing solutions without any upfront cost. You can reach out for a complimentary possibility discovery consultation by emailing Adam today at adam@artofthepossibleagency.com. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Path to Possible. If today's conversation sparked new ideas or challenged the way you think about marketing, I'd love to hear from you. Reach out, stay curious, and keep pushing what's possible. Because the businesses that embrace change are the ones that shape the future. Until next time.